Mastering phrasal verbs. Sitting down with sit down. Hello, learners. Today, we are diving into the wonderful world of English phrasal verbs. Specifically, we will be focusing on sit down, a common phrasal verb with down. This is a crucial step in understanding and mastering English, and I assure you that by the end of this video, you'll have a strong grip on how to use sit down correctly. Before we jump into sit down, let's quickly recap what a phrasal verb is. A phrasal verb is a combination of words, a verb plus a preposition or verb plus adverb, that when used together, usually take on a different meaning to that of the original verb. Now let's dive into our main topic, the phrasal verb, sit down. This is a simple, yet frequently used phrasal verb in English. The verb sit, combined with the preposition down, generally refers to the action of taking a seated position. Example: can you please sit down? We're about to start the meeting. The beauty of English phrasal verbs is their flexibility in sentences. Sit down is not an exception. Here are a few ways in which you can use sit down. 1. As an imperative. This is when you use sit down to give an order or instruction. For instance, please sit down. The show is about to begin. 2. In a past tense context, when narrating past events, you could say, she sat down to tie her shoe. 3. With reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns like myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves can be used with sit down. For example, after a long day at work, I just want to sit myself down and relax. Remember that sit down can be both literal, physically taking a seat, and metaphorical, beginning to give serious consideration to a situation. Example: we need to sit down and figure out our finances. One common mistake to avoid is not placing the object correctly when sit down is used transitively. If there's an object, it can come either before or after the particle down. Correct usage: she sat the baby down in the crib. Or, she sat down the baby in the crib. And that's a wrap. By now, you should feel more comfortable with the phrasal verb sit down and its usage. Keep practicing and remember to try and use it in your daily conversations. As always, remember that mastering a language takes time, so don't worry if you make mistakes along the way. They're an essential part of the learning process. Happy learning, and until next time, keep practicing.